everyone, welcome to another episode of That Red WRX. Today we're gonna go ahead and do a few things. I first need to run to the store so that way the garage can get freed up, and then I'll pull in and we're gonna pop up the car on one side and I'll show you guys how to adjust coilovers. The other thing that we're gonna need to do is check the driver's side outer CV boot. I have a strange suspicion that it's rubbing, so we're gonna check it and see what I need to do and see if that diagnosis is correct. But anyways, let's get started. Can I just say how nice it is to have turbo noises in the morning? Just that nice. So nice. Anyways, guys, I also wanted to apologize for the lack of uploads in the last couple of days. Honestly, work has just given me like all these hours that have kind of eaten up the better chunks of my days. So I honestly just haven't had a lot of time to make any videos, whether that's just shooting or anything like that. So, I mean, obviously that's no excuse. I should find some time to do it, whether that's in the morning or in the evening. But yeah, it's just been eating up so much of my day. So anyways, hopefully we'll be able to kind of go a little bit further in depth today, and maybe today will be a little bit of a longer video because of that. And I'll work on uploading a little bit more frequently this week, and we'll see what we can manage. Alright guys, I'm at the grocery store, so I'll be right back. And oh, before I forget, one thing that we're going to try to do today, as long as I have enough time before I go hang out with my friend for the rest of the day, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get the car cleaned, because oh, it's dirty. I haven't cleaned it in a little too long, so we're going to get it nice and clean today. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you in a minute. Alright, and we're done at the store, so now we're going to head home, pop my car in the garage, obviously empty the car first, and then we're going to pop up the car and see what we can find. Alright everyone, we're back at home, so now we're going to go and pop the car in the air and see what's going on. My thought is, so I originally thought I was going to go and adjust the suspension today. I'll still show you how to adjust the suspension. We'll see what's going on. But every time I turn to the right, I get an intermittent squeaking noise. After further contemplation, I think that it might be a CV boot that's rubbing on itself. So we're going to see after we get this guy in the air. Just so all of you are aware, low life problems. No go. There we go, now I have some ground clearance. Now let's get that wheel off. Alright, the wheel is now off. So now we can talk a little bit about the suspension and see if my theory is correct. So, in terms of the suspension, basically there are three main adjustments. There's going to be the preload, which is the shock. There's the height, which this entire shock tower can rotate, so that's how that gets adjusted. And then you make sure this lock ring is tight in order to make sure it doesn't move on you while you're driving, so it doesn't get shorter or taller for some weird reason. And then on the very top, there is a little dial we can move, and I'll show you that now. So there it is right there. So basically you turn that right or left in order to adjust the dampening from the shock. So now it's time to check my diagnosis of the CV boot. Okay. So you can see that the CV boot is kind of wearing on itself a little bit. It's not too bad though. Honestly, I think it's more brake dust than anything. So I think for now I should be okay. So I'm just gonna have to wait and see. But I think the CV boot is okay. Cool. Yeah, so you can see that it looks pretty good, so I think I should be okay on that front. Which means it's gotta be something else. Great. I gotta find out what that is. Alright guys, I'm not gonna bore you with me trying to figure out what that squeaking noise is, especially when I have no idea what to look for and what could be causing that noise. So for that one, I'm probably gonna end up having to just drive it a little bit longer and see what happens. So yeah, other than that, let's get the car back together so that we can get it over to the car wash and get it nice and clean. Alright, after a little bit of finagling, she's on the ground. And let's remember one thing. Always torque your wheels. If you do not, it is dangerous. The wheel can fly off, and then your car will come crashing to the ground, and that is no good. So, use a torque wrench and torque the wheels. Alright everyone, we're done with the maintenance part of it, so now we're going to go ahead and get over to the car wash and get her all nice and clean. Because God knows she needs a bath. So without further ado, let's get going. Alright guys, sorry I didn't do an intro post, or intro video rather, for coming into the car wash. I actually ended up running into a fellow member of North County Subarus, which was kind of fun. So I chatted it up with him for a little bit. And if you follow my Instagram, you'll see the before and after pictures, but for right now, it is nice and clean. As you can see by the windows still being wet, I gotta go dry it still, but I'm gonna cut it there. Anyways, guys, hope you guys had a wonderful day. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and as always, catch you on the next one. Peace!